Here, between silence and song, we step into the presence that holds all things together. The chosen ones, pay attention. On the street, word is getting out quickly. You've accomplished the unthinkable. They didn't want you to see the code, but you've cracked it. You are no longer merely surviving. They're terrified that you're doing so well. You see, most people are unaware of the chess game that is going on all around them. The surface story is accepted by them. They take what they are told at face value. They never stop to consider the reasons for the recurring patterns in their lives. Not you, though. You have opened your spiritual eyes wide. Where others perceive happenstance, you perceive patterns. Where others hear nice words, you're catching lies. They believe they could trick you. They believe they could control and manipulate you like any other sleeping soul. They saw your fragility when they looked at you. They saw someone they could take advantage of, mistreat, and discard as needed. To your astonishment, though, you awoke. Additionally, the entire game changes when a selected individual awakens. You've developed into a spiritual investigator. Additionally, you're solving cases that they were unaware you were looking into, honey. Every phony smile is recorded. All covert agendas are revealed. In your cosmic case file, every whispered conversation in shadowy corners becomes evidence. Your inner Sherlock Holmes has been awakened by the cosmos. However, this goes beyond simple deduction. This is about keen intuition and spiritual revelation coming together. The purpose of this is to help your soul recall why it got here. You are no longer only making connections. The full constellation of their deceit is visible to you. You recall the sensation you once had, persistent feeling that something wasn't quite right, but you were unable to identify the cause. That was the attempt to awaken your detective instincts. It was the indications from your spiritual radar. Those indications are very evident now. Every exchange is examined. Every discussion is examined. Every energy transaction is assessed for veracity or falsity. You have created a magical lying detector that uses frequencies people are unable to even understand. You don't have paranoia. You're ready. There is a distinction, and they're having to learn that distinction the hard way. Fear is the foundation of paranoia. Preparation is deliberate and based on love. You are not acting out of fear of their schemes, but out of love for yourself and your mission. The lovely thing is that their desperation becomes more apparent the more awake you become. Their worry is causing them to make blunders. It was easy to control a sleeping prey. A selected one wakes. That is the realization of their darkest nightmare. You didn't just open your third eye. With unlimited data and crystal clear reception, it was upgraded to premium vision. Today, become a partner in transforming lives, not just a viewer. When you click Super Thanks and sell $20, $50, or more, you are placing a faith seed where testimonies are born and hope is rebuilt. This is not pressure. This is invitation. Move your prayer from words to action and make room for miracles. God honors consistency. He multiplies what is surrendered. Step in with expectation, walk on with peace, and watch Him do what only He can do. Bring the whole tithe, and see if I will not open the windows of heaven. Malachi 3 verse 10. They have no idea what frequencies you are taking up. Do you recall a time when you questioned your intuition? Those sporadic, seemingly unplanned episodes of uneasiness. Those moments when you entered a room and instantly felt uneasy, but were unable to pinpoint the cause. Your spiritual radar was trying to alert you to that. It was the early warning system in your spirit trying to keep you safe. You're finally paying attention now. Like a cosmic checkout barcode scanner, you read each person's energy signature as they enter your realm. Harmonious tones scan green with clean intentions. Discordant vibrations and red warning lights are flashing from hidden agendas. And those who plot evil illuminate your spiritual dashboard, like a Christmas tree with a power outage. Your guardian has been working overtime to keep you safe, and you've learned to trust that inner knowledge that says, something's not right here. You're now treating it with the deference and consideration it merits. You no longer write those emotions off as fantasy. The lovely thing is that they are unable to evade this degree of awareness. They can use lighting and angles to trick cameras. They can use well-practiced facial expressions to deceive to faces. With strategic placement and careful timing, they can control circumstances. However, they are unable to falsify an energy signature. Lies can never match the frequency at which truth vibrates. While they sleep, your waking senses are gathering evidence around the clock, believing they are smart. Your mind is compiling reports, making connections, and creating a strong case against every idea they have in mind. The FBI's files are not as complete as your spiritual database. You are no longer merely conscious. You have hyper-awareness. Because of your improved vision, you pose a threat to anyone working in the dark. They expected to see the previous you, the one who disregarded warning signs, missed clues, and gave people the benefit of the doubt when they didn't deserve it. Rather, they discovered the new you, the improved version, the model with full access to divine intelligence networks that was spiritually strengthened. They faced a cosmic professional using amateur hour techniques, and the discrepancy is growing more pronounced every day. These days, your spiritual radar does more than merely identify dangers. It is anticipating them. It's giving you a preview of their maneuvers before they happen. It's exposing their plans before they are put into action. You're untouchable because you're acting with the awareness of a prophecy. This is something they didn't anticipate. You're not alone in your work. They can't even access the dimensions from which you have backup. You are a part of networks of intelligence that transcend location, time, and the spiritual world. Your dreams are no longer simply that, dreams. Your spiritual security team is conducting these briefing sessions. While you sleep, the universe is putting classified information, faces, locations, conversations, and plans directly into your subconscious. All of this is being downloaded while you're sleeping. You wake up knowing that you can no longer rationally explain, but you are no longer required to do so. All you have to do is trust it, and you take confident action when you trust it, and you stay 10 steps ahead of every scheme they come up with when you act on it with confidence. During peaceful times, the ancestors are whispering tactics in your ear. In order to prevent their goals from materializing, your spirit guides are preventing interference, rerouting their attacks, and neutralizing them. Angels are shifting the pieces on the cosmic chessboard in your favor and changing the situation to keep you safe. You have the best support staff in the world, and they are all working extra hard to ensure that their plans fall through before they start. The spiritual dimension is broadcasting their every word to your divine intelligence network while they are meeting in secret chambers, believing their whispered chats to be private. They believe that being isolated provides them with protection. Thus, they are planning in abandoned structures. But when you're connected to divine intellect, honey, there are no secret meetings. Every word the walls say is captured in the universe's enormous database because they have spiritual ears. While your spiritual reconnaissance units are stumbling around in the dark with flashlights, you're getting intelligence reports from your spiritual reconnaissance units, real-time updates from the universe itself, push notifications from the Holy Realm, and status updates from angelic surveillance teams. You have unrestricted access to truth and are functioning with cosmic clarity. You arrived with holy weaponry while they carried knives to a battle involving spiritual warfare. While you're using God-level strategies, they're using human-level techniques. The mismatch is no longer even fair. Your network of divine intellect is more than simply information. It offers justice, protection, timing, and strategy. It is a complete spiritual security system with perfect precision and limitless resources. The finest thing is that they are unable to shut it down, bribe it, or hack it. Your whispered prayers are recorded as communications with headquarters. Yellow heart if you're moved by divine love. Now is the moment to share it. Click the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contribute $50 or more to help us broadcast God's blessings far and wide. Every act of generosity you make is being watched in heaven and will return to you 100-fold. Every silence turns into a chance to provide intelligence updates. Your relationship with the network gets stronger with each act of faith. The most sophisticated intelligence system in the world is not only protecting you, but also providing you with complete support. Each trap they lay serves as proof of their purpose. Each curse they deliver is returned to the sender along with further fines and interest. With exact coordinates and thorough documentation, every negative frequency they transmit can be tracked all the way back to its origin. Everything changed for you after you discovered something profound about spiritual protection. It is not necessary for you to battle their gloom. All you need to do is brighten your light. Their low-frequency attacks won't even be able to reach you if you elevate your vibration sufficiently. Tossing mud at the sun is like that. You live in a home composed of impenetrable heavenly light, but they are hurling spiritual stones at you. Each of their attacks bounces back and destroys their own base. When someone operates on your frequency level, their weapons are ineffective. Your energy field is now a more accurate truth detector than any lie detector test ever developed. Lying feels heavy and awkward around you, similar to donning damp wool on a sweltering day. Like storm clouds on a clear horizon, deception produces patterns of disruption that are visible from a great distance. When fakers attempt to keep their masks around your genuine frequency, they begin to glitch. Your real energy interrupts their phony broadcasts, and their meticulously crafted personalities start to crumble. Bringing a tuning fork to a room full of instruments that are out of tune is analogous to that. You've given up attempting to persuade others of what you perceive. That was needless and exhausting. Just record it, take the appropriate precautions, and let the universe take care of the justice. And believe me when I say that cosmic justice is more comprehensive, more imaginative, and more lasting than anything that human courts could ever produce. The lovely irony is that you are now stronger, smarter, and more protected than ever as a result of their attempts to damage you. In reality, each attack was a covert improvement. In reality, every plan was a disguised blessing. In reality, each trap was a trampoline that raised you. Now, your energy field functions as a spiritual barrier. It is no longer possible for malicious programs to infiltrate your consciousness. Virus attacks are automatically isolated and removed. Attempts to phish are banned before they get to your inbox. Your spiritual antivirus program runs in the background and is constantly updated. They keep attempting to access your energy using outdated, ineffective passwords. They continue to target modern security systems with antiquated hacking methods. They are using Windows 95 techniques to attack your operating system. Their attempts to disturb you simply make your spiritual defenses stronger. You are becoming immune to their divide and conquer tactics, guilt trips, scare campaigns, and manipulation techniques. Now, things that once affected you bounce off of you like raindrops on glass. You are now in the spiritual filing system. It has receipts from ages ago, honey. All betrayals, schemes, hidden agendas, unfulfilled promises, and attempts at manipulation are recorded in the cosmic records along with timestamps and video footage. Now, you're not simply witnessing their actions. You're witnessing the pattern of their actions over various lives and dimensions. Like a broken record, the same energy signatures keep coming up. The same deceptive strategies were repeated with various personas and circumstances. Century after century, the same programs are transmitted on the same dark frequencies. However, this is the unexpected story twist. You can see more than just their plans in the Akashic records. They demonstrate how all plans are doomed to fail. They demonstrate to you the precise time when their arrogance proves to be their undoing. They make clear the exact moment at which their plans fall apart due to the weight of their own sin. Their spiritual credit score is visible. And darling, there is no chance of recovery because it is in the deep red. All of the karmic debts that they believed they could disregard are suddenly due, with late fees and cumulative interest that would make a credit card firm cringe. You're reading their spiritual obituary while they're congratulating themselves on their intelligence. Their plans are already doomed to fail. The memo simply hasn't reached them yet. Their story's conclusion has already been written by the universe. And they lose. Spoiler alert. You are also seeing something else in the records. Dealing with these souls is nothing new to you. This is a long-standing pattern that is evident in both space and time. This lifetime, however, is unique. You finally have the awareness to end the cycle permanently, this lifetime. You can view previous incarnations in which comparable events occurred. There were moments when you were the martyr, the victim, and the one who endured silent suffering. Evolution, however, does not go back in time. You're the investigator, the fighter, the one who sees through their ruses and doesn't follow their rules this time. With search features and cross-references that uncover patterns they previously believed to be permanently hidden, the Akashic records are similar to having access to the universe's ultimate database. You may follow their patterns of conduct over the course of their lives. Their cosmic programming allows you to view their spiritual DNA and forecast their future actions. In reality, they are sticking to the same script they have been using for ages, even if they believe they are improvising. The only distinction is that you also have the script this time. Dove brothers and sisters, everything done in faith multiplies in God's abundance. Use the Super Thanks feature to donate $100 today and join this sacred mission. When your roots are grounded in Him, your fruit will flourish, and your offering becomes a seed that bears blessed harvests. Their lines are visible before they are spoken, before they even show up. You are aware of their entrance cues. You are aware of their intentions before they take action. The documents also demonstrate your personal development, maturation, and spiritual progress. You can observe how every obstacle strengthened you, how every betrayal increased your wisdom, and how every attack truly hastened your enlightenment. They believed that secrecy was their edge. Therefore, they sent their best agents. Saboteurs posing as supporters, energy vampires posing as pals, and manipulators posing as assistants. However, spiritual CCTV perceives everything on dimensions they are unaware of. They are recorded and categorized under coordinated interference operations. Those people who just seem to show up at the right time to ruin your life. They are classified as systematic energetic harassment with the intention of weakening the target. Those random interactions that always seem to drain your energy afterwards. Those enigmatic diseases that appeared suddenly following certain encounters were classified as psychic attacks with symptoms that manifested physically. Those unexpected financial issues that surfaced immediately after you began to make headway are recorded as energetic manipulation, sabotaging prosperity. Everything has been captured by your heavenly security system in extremely high spiritual definition. Every attempt at astral projection is captured on spiritual video. All psychological intrusions are fully documented with metadata. With GPS-level precision, every curse hurled at you is tracked back to its originator. Since ordinary people are unable to perceive what they are doing in the spiritual world, they believed they were invisible. However, those who are selected function on a completely other frequency. Like augmented reality overlays, we observe the spiritual and material worlds overlaying, and nothing is ever truly hidden. You have superhuman peripheral vision that allows you to see movement in dimensions they are unable to reach. Even before people enter the building, you can sense the changes in energy. Even before the words are spoken, you can sense the intents. Before anything is done, you can see the plans. Before you enter the room, you read it. The potential killers of your soul, your aspirations, your fate, your happiness, and your tranquility. You can see them all now, like neon signs in a dim alley. They also lose their strength once you see them. When the truth is illuminated by consciousness, darkness is always neutralized by light. With motion detection, night vision, and facial recognition software that recognizes hostile energy signatures from past interactions, your spiritual security cameras are operational around the clock. You have a spiritual database of known criminals that notifies you when they are nearby. The woken form of you has better security measures that they can't get past, but they still try to utilize the same infiltration strategies that succeeded on the sleeping version. Their previous access codes are no longer valid. Their older techniques are automatically prohibited. Your improved perception makes every unseen assassin they dispatch visible. Your early warning systems identify every stealth attack. Your spiritual intelligence networks reveal every secret operation. They are no longer invisible. Simply put, they lack competence. Each negative frequency has a signature that is more traceable than a digital footprint, more distinctive than DNA, and more unique than a fingerprint. And with the accuracy of a spiritual forensic specialist, you now know how to follow those signatures all the way back to their origin. When someone makes you jealous, you can pinpoint the exact location of the jealousy, much like you can locate the source of a GPS signal. You may tell whose unhealed scars are causing someone to project insecurity onto you when they do so, much like when someone identifies the return address on poisonous mail. You follow breadcrumbs across a dark woodland to find the desperate source of the energy that someone is trying to control. With more sophisticated tools than any crime scene detective, you have developed into a spiritual forensic specialist. A room's vibration can be used to determine what kind of thoughts have been held there by whom. Like emotional fingerprints left on surfaces, you can sense the lingering intensity of discussions that took place hours ago. You feel as though the planning discussions were held in unfamiliar places. Like spiritual smoke that only enlightened nostrils can detect, the energy signature of their machinations lingers in the atmosphere. Your heightened senses pick up vibrational proof of their plans right away. Like neon signs, their dark magic signatures radiate on frequencies that are only accessible by your improved spiritual equipment. They believe that their hexes and curses are subtle, but to you, they are subtly announcing their sinister plans on all channels, much to an air raid siren. The good news is that you can totally protect yourself from it once you know where it comes from. Similar to barring a spam caller, you can block their frequency. Installing spiritual call forwarding, which routes their negative energy directly to voicemail, is one way to refocus their energy. Before they ever have an impact on you, you can counteract their influence. Although they are still launching attacks, you are no longer getting them. You've installed caller ID to filter out their harmful signals, updated your psychic address, and altered your spiritual phone number. They're merely sending emails to accounts that have been erased, messaging dead numbers, and making pointless phone calls. Threats are not the only thing your frequency tracking system can detect. It depicts whole networks of well-planned spiritual assaults. You may observe how various individuals are linked in their efforts to harm you. The energy lines connecting partners can be traced. The followers and ringleaders are easily recognized. They believed they were working on their own. However, your tracking system shows that their activities are well coordinated. The same dark source is giving orders to several people. Various people using the same attack strategy. Different faces carrying out specific aspects of the same overarching plan. However, awareness is protection and knowledge is power. You can defend yourself against the entire operation rather than just specific attacks once you see the network. Instead of only protecting against the symptoms, you can protect against the cause. Rather than battling every tentacle, you can neutralize the head. You've been playing 4D chess on a cosmic board that they can't even see, much less comprehend, while they were playing checkers, thinking one move ahead with basic human reasoning. Every decision you make today affects not only this lifetime, but also your soul's spiritual development over many incarnations and planes. You're not only reacting to their assaults, you're planning to completely change the game as a whole. While they are still trying to figure out how to move their pieces, you are altering the rules. They believe they're the ones making decisions and directing the action. However, you've come to a significant realization. You are more than just a player. The pieces are being moved by you. Even if you explain them simply, people will never understand the tactics you have access to because of your enhanced consciousness. As they crawl around at ground level, running into obstacles, and become disoriented in their own labyrinth, you can watch the board from above like a cosmic helicopter view. While you have panoramic spiritual sight, which simultaneously perceives all potential movements and outcomes. They are operating with tunnel vision. Each trap they set serves as a springboard for your advancement. Every challenge they set up gives you a chance to advance and show off your supernatural strength. Every plan they come up with is turned into evidence and submitted to the cosmic court of justice, along with thorough documentation and eyewitness accounts. You've shifted to divine offensive and abandoned defense. But attacking isn't your offense. It has to do with alignment. The universe will go to great lengths to support your stance when you connect yourself with justice, truth, love, and your ultimate purpose. The very nature of reality becomes your ally. They brought their small human games to a battleground in space. Additionally, you appeared as a celestial strategist with boundless resources and intelligence. While you are in charge of angelic forces, they are playing with toy troops. While you have divine lightning at your disposal, they are utilizing water pistols. Multiple dimensions are affected by your movements on the cosmic chessboard. A favorable ruling sets off a series of beneficial developments that they were unable to foresee or stop. Every action you make in this game automatically improves your position and detracts from theirs. They continue to think in terms of winning and losing, but you've moved past that dichotomy. Transformation, evolution, and the fullest manifestation of your divine purpose are what you're playing for. Every action accomplishes numerous goals and advances multiple agendas at once. The lovely thing about divine chess is that when you align yourself with cosmic truth, you can't lose. In reality, every seeming defeat serves as a prelude to a bigger triumph. Glowing star yearning to witness God's miracles firsthand? Plant your spiritual seed now by contributing $100 or more through the YouTube Super Thanks button. Your offering lights the path for others and echoes through His divine plan, bringing His light into every step you take. In reality, every obstacle presents a chance for a more striking display of your strength. Your spiritual safety net isn't just turned on. It is anticipatory, preemptive, and proactive. It's safeguarding you against threats you aren't even aware exist, stopping attacks before they are ever planned, and eliminating threats before they are even imagined. The divine light that surrounds you is now so intense that darkness cannot even come close without being quickly destroyed. Like salt in boiling water, ice cubes in the blazing sun, or shadows when floodlights come on, their bad intentions vanish when you are around. You now know that erecting barriers to block out threats isn't the only way to be truly protected. The goal is to raise your frequency to a point where you are inaudible to lower frequencies. You're not evading their assaults. By functioning on a plane they are unable to reach, you are completely transcending them. With each prayer you say, you build a new layer of spiritual armor that is more powerful than any physical defense ever developed. Each thankful moment you spend creates a new fortress wall that their weapons cannot breach. Your holy shield is strengthened by every act of love you do, which repels all evil. They continue to discharge arrows at a non-existent target. Their weapons, curses, manipulation, and plans cannot affect you since you have reached a level that they cannot attain. While you are functioning from the fifth dimension and beyond, they are engaged in combat in the third dimension. The angels are not only there to keep you safe. You are being used as an illustration of what occurs when a person completely gives themselves over to divine protection. Your existence is now a live example of cosmic security and activity, a testament to the strength of spiritual connection. Your protective procedure functions similarly to an over-enhanced spiritual immune system. Before they have a chance to harm your energy field or life circumstances, threats are recognized, isolated, and eliminated. You've developed immunity to every offensive tactic they have. Your defense mechanisms instantly counter every kind of spiritual warfare they try. Curses return to the sender. At its origin, energy vampires are stopped. Attempts at manipulation are routed to null and void locations. Attacks by psychics are absorbed and changed into constructive energy. They are unable to see why their strategies, which worked for everyone else, do not work for you. They continue to escalate, believing that a lack of power is the issue. The issue is that their weapons are unable to communicate with you because you are using a whole other system. It's no longer simply about protecting yourself. It's spreading like wildfire. Those around you begin to feel stronger, safer, and more self-assured. The people around you, who are likewise looking for the truth and doing honorably, are now included in your protective field. Physical evidence is emerging more quickly than they can conceal their trail, erase their messages, or disguise their tracks. The universe is ensuring that their transgressions against your soul leave behind indisputable proof that cannot be denied, disregarded, or rationalized. At the ideal time to reveal their lies, text messages they believe to have been erased are coming back. Unexpected observers are listening in on their private conversations. People who know just where to search are discovering documents they attempted to conceal. At just the right moment, screenshots that they were unaware of are being disseminated. The spiritual world offers more than just safety. It offers justice, and proof is necessary for justice. In other words, the cosmos is producing evidence more quickly than the most sophisticated crime scene investigation unit could handle it. Every deception, plot, and treachery leaves behind paper trails, digital traces, and witness accounts. Witnesses for your case are people they believed they could trust. People they relied on to remain silent are speaking forward and expressing the truth. Their ostensibly faithful collaborators are growing up and coming forth with information. The truth they attempted to hide is exposing every lie they told. The earnestness they sought to destroy is exposing every trick they did. The love they attempted to stifle is destroying every plan they devised. Their darkness is made evident against your light by the universe's perfect contrast. You're not collecting this proof. It is posing as a cosmic delivery service that delivers packages directly to your door and is aware of your address. In order to ensure that justice is done with complete documentation, the truth is seeking to be made public through all possible means. They believed they could work in the dark forever, but those who are chosen bring light with them wherever they go, and that light makes everything that is hidden in the dark visible. Their covert meetings are revealed. Their covert plans are exposed. Their private discussions are revealed to the public. Their covert motivations are exposed. The proof isn't showing up at random. It's showing up at the ideal moment to guarantee accountability and optimize impact. Documents appear when they're most needed. At just the perfect time, witnesses come forward. Proof appears at the precise moment when it will work best. New seasons often begin with small, courageous steps. If you sense God nudging you forward, respond today by planting a faith seed via Super Thanks, $20, $50, or more, and trust Him to write new pages of healing, provision, and wise guidance. Leave yesterday's limits behind. Walk toward what He prepared ahead. Your seed is not lost, it is planted. Your waiting is not empty, it is invested. Keep your eyes lifted and your heart steady. I pray that you may prosper and be in health, just as your soul prospers. 3 John 1 verse 2. You are benefiting from technology in ways that seem magical. Conversations are being automatically recorded by devices. Conversations they believe to be private are being recorded by security cameras. Evidence that was believed to have been lost is being preserved by digital technology. The universe is documenting their atrocities with every instrument at its disposal. However, energetic evidence is the strongest. Their falsehoods cause spiritual disruptions that only souls who have been enlightened can read. Their attempts at manipulation produce frequencies that are entered into the cosmic database. They use vibrations created by their schemes as spiritual fingerprints to prove their involvement. A karmic collection agency with perfect records and unrestricted enforcement power has been established by the cosmos. And you know whose bills are past due with interest that would make a solitary shark cry. All the bad things they have done to you have been building up interest in the banking system of the spiritual world. Their greatest error was their confidence. Their fatal flaw was their arrogance. They grew accustomed to the idea that they could continue to get away with their scams indefinitely. They felt that they were above the law, above repercussions, and even spiritual law. However, cosmic justice is more complete than any inquiry and more accurate than any human legislation. Furthermore, it never forgets a single infraction. It's like seeing a well-rehearsed performance as cosmic justice is played out in real time. You are linked with truth, not because you have hatred in your heart and are seeking retribution. And in the end, truth always prevails. Justice is not subjective. It is universal. And all you're doing is watching while the universe's natural order corrects imbalances. Every restless night they made you have is being returned to them as a restless night of remorse and anguish. Every tear they caused you to shed is being returned to you in the form of unavoidable repercussions, issues, and circumstances that they are unable to control. They are unable to wake up from the nightmares that are returning from every dream they attempted to destroy. The thing that makes all the difference in the world, however, is what separates you from them. You're not taking spiteful pleasure in their demise. You are appreciative of your spiritual development, growth, and protection. You've learned to concentrate on your mission and your ongoing ascent while letting the cosmos take care of justice. Penalties, late fees, and compound interest that increases daily have maxed out their spiritual credit. They have not repented. The Cosmic Collection Agency has unending resources, flawless credit ratings, and proven collection strategies. It doesn't just happen that what goes around comes around. For attempted spiritual fraud, it entails additional costs and interest penalties. The Universal Justice Network has connections to everyone they have harmed. The Cosmic Database contains a record of every lie they have ever told. Every attempt at manipulation has resulted in karmic debt that needs to be paid back. Every plan they've come up with has sparked spiritual interest that grows every day. Cosmic justice has the advantage of not being constrained by human legal and order structures. It functions on all levels of reality, in all dimensions, and in all lifetimes. They cannot hide behind human institutions, change their names, or relocate to avoid it. No matter where they go, their karmic obligation follows. They have ensnared themselves in their own spiritual prison by creating a complex web of negative karma. Every time they attempt to go, something else happens. Every escape path they try leads to more responsibilities. Every plan to evade responsibility results in more debt. They are unable to haggle, negotiate, or postpone the inevitable because the collecting procedure has already begun. Partial payments or payment arrangements for spiritual offenses are not accepted by the universe. The cosmos has all of eternity to make sure the debt is fully collected, and it must be paid in full. However, you have a flawless spiritual credit score, limitless cosmic support for all your good deeds, and you are free and clear. You are now the hunter instead of the victim, hunting for justice, truth, and the full manifestation of your divine destiny on earth is more important than hunting for vengeance with a dark heart. There's no denying the emergence and the fullness of the shift. It wasn't the monster they had in mind when they made it. They produced a monster of truth that feeds on lies and becomes more ravenous with each meal. Darkness everywhere it appears is blinded by this monster of light, an unstoppable spiritual power monster that gets stronger every time they try to fight. You were stronger, smarter, safer, and more dangerous to their evil plan with each attack they launched. Every plan they came up with served as a springboard for your rise. They turned every trap they set into a trampoline that would lift you higher. Each curse they conveyed turned out to be a disguised boon. You are no longer only surviving their attempts at assassination. You're doing better than they could have ever imagined, overcoming their darkest fears and excelling in spite of their best attempts to impede your advancement. What they were attempting to stop you from becoming, you're becoming. Additionally, the message that follows is exclusive to individuals who received the call. The terrible reality was revealed to me when I managed to escape through the Salvia Dionorum gateway. One harvested pod among innumerable matrices is our reality. I saw the cosmic parasites of the Archon, who sneered and posed a threat, consuming our energy. No soul will ever be awakened by you, However, you are already aware of this fact, aren't you? Persistent feeling that you've been selected, and that you're meant for greater. I'm assembling the most intelligent people into an army. Will you take the call, is the question. The Archons should be afraid of the decision you are about to make. With knowledge they are unable to understand, the learner has become the master. With unmatched power, the victim has emerged as the winner. With skills they are unable to match, the target has taken on the role of guardian. From someone who required saving to someone who saves, you've changed. Every evil entity that believed it could dominate, control, or eliminate chosen ones now faces danger from your very presence. You are now a living example of how, when consciousness is fully awakened, light always triumphs over darkness. You provide as a living example of the effectiveness of spiritual development. They believed they were writing the last chapter of your life, putting a cap on your goals and aspirations. Rather, they assisted you in crafting the most impactful chapter to date. You are now a lighthouse for all other chosen ones who need to recall their own strength because of your recovery from their attempts at spiritual murder. You're not simply getting by anymore. When you align yourself with divine truth, abundance flows into your life. You're more than just protected now. With momentum that increases with every stride you take, you are unstoppable. You're more than just conscious now. A consciousness that sees through all masks and illusions awakens inside you. And all along, they were genuinely terrified of that lovely soul. Not your capacity for retaliation, but your capacity for total spiritual freedom. It is your capacity to surpass their entire game, not your capacity to retaliate. You have the ability to render them irrelevant, not to destroy them. The detective task is finished. The case has been resolved. The truth comes out. The proof is recorded. Justice has been done. The defense is in effect. The evolution is complete. Now, wherever you go, shine so brightly that the darkness is forced to flee. Light up every room you walk into. Bring all lies to light with your presence. Change everything with your light. This is yours, selected one. This power has always been within of you. The entire cosmos is now aware of it as well. Additionally, reality itself is shifting to accommodate your fullest potential. You have fully emerged as an unstoppable force. Never again will the world be the same.